boy in the woods, if you didn't hear what Gabby was saying, there was a boy in the woods and he was walking and a bear came along, right? And he didn't run away right away. He walked a little closer and walked a little closer. And then when he decided he was too close, then he ran away. So he was afraid though, wasn't he? Wasn't he afraid at the same time as being brave and courageous and having courage? Yes, very much. Does anybody else have an idea about what it means? Brent? You forgot. That's okay. If you want to raise your hand again, you let me know. Shane? Oh, so you were afraid of the spider?
No, I was afraid.
Oh, well, spiders are kind of scary.
Oh,
Not for you. I'm not afraid of spiders, but my son Miles, the one who I told you had a birthday yesterday and turned 14, he is so afraid of spiders.
Oh, I'm terrified of spiders.
He's so afraid of them, and that's just what he's afraid of, right?
I'm terrified.
So you were brave. You went and got your mom and said, Mom, there's a spider. Okay. Anybody else have an idea about what it means? Emerson? It doesn't have to be a story about something. It could just be what you think it is to be brave. Or maybe someone who you think is brave. It may be in a story or someone that you know. Okay, Emerson thinks Noah is brave. That's very nice. Emerson, why do you think Noah is brave? You don't know? You just think so? Okay, that's a very nice compliment to Noah. CJ, what do you think?
Well, he is brave. I know why,
Oh, okay, so maybe Noah is brave because he squishes a spider instead of being afraid of it, right? That could be being brave. Bryn, what do you think?
my brother got scared of spiders and he had to come in his room and they hibernate in our house.
That's kind of creepy. Way too many spiders for me.
He's not scared anymore.
All right, Miles, last one.
I know my dad is brave because we don't live in the natural world, but one time we saw a giant
Are you listening,
spider.
Tommy?
My
Tommy, it's Miles' turn to talk.
mom and me are terrified of spiders, and it was like that big. No,
We have some big spiders in Wisconsin.
yeah, and
They're not tarantula big.
Daddy
Pretty big.
came out and smashed it.
Okay. Are there other things that
bigger
you can be afraid of
spiders.
besides spiders?
Bigger spiders than that, Miles.
I'll wait.
What's that sledgehammer? Yeah, that's what this thing is.
I am waiting,
Waiting, I am waiting for you. I am waiting,
Iris has been waiting patiently.
One time I had this house spider who were like this big.
Spiders can be very scary.
And it would the doors and you had to come in and kill them.
Does anyone have something to say about something other than spiders? Something else. Gabby's been waiting.
My dad saw a snake in the yard and he just looked at it and it was funny.
Yeah, okay. So that's an example of maybe he was afraid, but he thought that snake lives outside, right? So if I don't bother him, he won't bother me. And you know what? Maybe it took courage and bravery to let that snake be alone. Yeah. Maybe it took courage and bravery to walk away from that snake and give him his space. like it. All right. Porter.
Well, this is not really a story. It's just, I'm just saying, like, some people might be scared of owls.
Owls.
Like
Have you ever seen an owl fly?
Yeah.
Some owls are very big. Would it be scary if you were in the woods and an owl came flying by? Well, it would be really cool, but if you didn't know it was coming, it might startle you. It might be scary.
Even if it's the owls might grab you.
So you might have to be brave and keep your eyes open so you could watch it. All right, Benji.
It would be, it would kill you if it would be a bat.
A bat? A bat could be scary. What about something other than an animal?
Those things.
What about something else? Something that is not an animal to be afraid of. Noah? Okay, you might be afraid of being too close to a volcano. Is that likely? Is that very likely to happen? Not really. No. Not too much. What about something that you are brave doing every day? Does anyone have an example of that? Porter?
Oh, I just have like what's the story about something I do every day? But my dad had a nightmare. Like when he was a kid, and his nightmare was his eyes closed.
Oh, right. So maybe you're afraid of forgetting your homework. Yeah, definitely. CJ, what were you going to say?
So I was at my cousin's house. I saw a baby tarantula, and my dad was like, "What the heck?"
I think we've moved on from spiders and animals now, right? Something that happens, that could happen every day that you are brave about, Gabby.
Sometimes when I walk in my room, my stuffed animals are just staring at me, and I get sometimes I get shocked because that's not how they were in the beginning.
Okay. So we talked about it, right? Iris? It is okay to be afraid and to be brave at the same time, right? Yeah, definitely. If you were afraid of something, but you chose to be brave, that is really important. So having courage and being brave is doing the right thing even if you're scared. Don't you think? Even if I'm super scared of that spider, or I'm super scared of forgetting my homework, or I'm super scared of the snake, I'm going to do the right thing, right? Even if I'm afraid. So you can be afraid and brave at the same time. You can be both. Does that mean you would rather be both? Probably not. I would rather not be afraid, but if I am, I can still be brave. Okay? Our friend that's coming in to read, Mrs. Green here, is going to read us a story. It's a Native American story about being brave. So I want you to listen very closely when she reads, okay? And see if you can tell how the character in the story is being brave or having courage. Bryn. Tommy. Last thing though. Really? That is scary. Was she brave though?
What?
Did you hear that? That was a good example. Noah said his mom woke up. Was she probably camping? Shay, are you listening? Noah's mom woke up and she was camping, and there was a bear outside. And she was probably frightened. I would be frightened if there was a bear outside my tent. But she clapped her hands, and she scared that bear away. So was she afraid?
No.
Yes or no? If you ran into a bear, would you be afraid?
No, I was kind of
You know what? I'm pretty sure we would all be afraid. Every single one of us would be afraid if we met a bear. Yeah, we would. Yeah, we would. You think you're tough, but I would be afraid.
Every bear, black bears are the ones who
But do you think that you would also be brave and do what you needed to do?
Yeah.
Right?
I won't eat black bears. No brown
That's
bears.
All right. So, guys, when Miss Green here comes and reads the story, going to talk about how important it is for Native Americans in their culture to be brave. Is it important in our culture too? It is. It is important in our culture. It is. What if someone in your family was in the army and they had to go and fight a war?
My dad, I would do that. My dad was in the war.
Would you be afraid for them?
Yes.
Yes, you would. And would that person be afraid? Probably. But if you were that soldier, would you be brave?
Yeah.
Even if you were scared? Yes, you would. And if you were the person still here at home that knew them, you might be afraid for them, but wouldn't you be brave? You know, hoping that they would come back? I think so. Shane, can you look back at me? Gabby, one more thing.
Somebody who went in the Navy and hasn't been killed yet.
That's good. There's not a lot of people that die in the military, but does that mean it's not scary? Yeah, no. We haven't had a lot of really, really, really bad wars. But it's still scary, I bet. I bet there's a lot of scary times.
The ships, underwater
Bet.
submarines can always I have.
We're going to go into journal, Mrs. Schneider.
I
think that's a good idea.
have
All right.
one.
Well, we could talk about it all day long. You're going to have a chance to share it, okay? You're going to have a chance to share. Charlotte, are you ready? Benji? All right. This is going to be your journal today. So we are going to finish theme time when Miss Greendeer gets here, but right now we are going to go to journal. It says, I am afraid of, so you would put something here, but I am brave because I, what? So if I was making this, I might say that I am afraid of, what do you think, Mrs. Schneider?
Bats.
You could do a couple of different things. I could say I am afraid of bats, or you could say I am afraid of losing my family.
Yeah, something like that is really important. So maybe you're afraid of bats. Bryn, turn around. Or maybe you're afraid of something really big happening like that. Maybe you are afraid of losing someone you love. Right? Maybe you are afraid of that. I would be afraid of that. I am afraid of that. So if I said, I am afraid of losing my family or losing someone I love,
Ooh, that would be fun.
I am afraid of losing someone I love, but I am brave because what? How could you be brave and still feel afraid of that? Gabby. Oh. You could say, but I am brave because I know that there's a plan if that happens, right? Or maybe I am afraid of a tornado. But I am brave because I know what to do. Yes? I like it. There's a lot of things.